I would like to thank the members of the council whose names are in the program. Also, please note that there are yellow surveys and pencils on your tables. Please begin filling these out and we will collect them when you leave. Now, we would like to return to our speakers for our traditional questions and answers. To ask a question, and it must be a question, please raise your hand. As a courtesy, please stand, state your name and school, and hold your applause until the end of our program. Our microphone holders are Zoya Alam from Brunswick High School and Aaron Mann from Hathaway Brown. First question, please. You can adjust this.
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
There's a question over there.
Okay, my name is Michaela Glazer, and we all attend Notre Dame Cathedral Latin School in Chardon, and we wanted to know more about the women that were in the Tuskegee Air Force.
I didn't get the question. It was Sue
She
Salt.
wants to know more about the women that were the Tuskegee Airmen women.
Thank you. Along with the Tuskegee Airmen, there were women known as our support services. They were not flyers. They helped us in the hospitals. They were clerks. They were mechanics. They were everything other than being pilots. And when we received the Congressional Gold Medal, it was given to the women as same as it was given to the men. The men and the women of the Tuskegee Airmen received the Congressional Gold Medal. The men and the women of the Tuskegee Airmen were invited to the inauguration of President Obama. Satisfactory?
My name is Kevin from John
Speak
Hay.
loudly, please.
My name is Kevin from John Hay. I wanted to ask, how did you feel flying, being a black man?
Did you get that?
You wanted to know how you felt in an aircraft being a black man.
Sir, I started flying, I was flying in 1941. So I was accustomed to being in an aircraft. I'm not sure I'm answering your question. Is that really what you want to know? In 1941, I was a pilot. I was flying cross country. And I joined the Air Corps, and the reason I didn't go to flying school was that I had this wonderful opportunity to be trained at Yale University, and I did not want to turn that down.
Before there's another question, let me respond to his question. When my son turned 14 years of age, I wanted so much to be able to communicate with him. And I'm sure some of you know that it's kind of difficult to communicate sometimes with your parents. And one day he said to me, "Dad, I want to learn how to fly." So I took him out to an airfield in Sugar Falls, the Horn Flying School, and he started taking lessons. And he won 2 trophies, one for being the youngest pilot and one for being able to touch down between 2 sheets when it went around the pattern. And then when he turned 16, he was ready to solo. And the day he turned 16, it rained. And you never saw a more dejected youngster. And his mother and I said, "Look, Don, we will stand right along the runway to watch you solo tomorrow. And sure enough, he got in the airplane with his instructor. They took off and went around the pattern and landed. Then the instructor got out of the airplane and Donald took off. And as he passed us on the climb out, he glanced over. And I was so proud of my boy. But I couldn't talk with him anymore because he was walking on air. And he stayed up there and took lessons. And then I also joined him. And I was in one airplane and he was in the other. And we communicated. And I was so proud of my son. So, hey, we're very comfortable in airplanes.
My name is Antonio Tyler, and I'm from John Adams High School, and I'm also here representing the Baldwin Scholars Program. But I have a question.
Please, sir, would you speak into this?
Yeah.
So we can hear you.
Okay. I have a question. How many Tuskegee Airmen and women actually started? I know that y'all said that people dropped out because of the obstacles and stuff they had to deal with, but I want to know how many y'all started with and how many y'all ended with before y'all.
Do you understand the question?
How many Tuskegee Airmen were there altogether?
I think you gave that list. Would you repeat it, please?
You can tell he's a school teacher. I don't have the figures with me on how many airmen joined the program and were washed out because of the getting rid of the airmen as part of the prejudice. But altogether, there were between 14 and 16,000 Tuskegee Airmen and women. Right now, there are 297 left.
I'm Sean Barbie from BW College. I'm representing the BW Scholars right now, and I would like to know, out of you two, just from you two, what was the toughest decision y'all had to make individually as a Tuskegee Airman?
We didn't have to make any decision. When we became a Tuskegee Airman, we clearly understood the problem. So that was the decision. And the decision was to, in general, follow some of the elements of what Roger has explained to you. That's what we followed. So I'm afraid I don't know how to answer your question, but Roger indicated certain requirements, certain attitudes, certain responsibilities that we decided to follow. So this was all open. We understood that. We knew that we were going to have extreme prejudice. We used it to our advantage. We used it, they were so prejudiced, we used the fact that they were so prejudiced to our advantage that caused the President of the United States to integrate the armed forces. By doing everything right and the Defense Department doing everything wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nod your head.
There were many opportunities to fight back. I was on my way to Birmingham, Alabama,